All right. A different look for this week's podcast. First one, not in Vegas, a little sad, but back for the College Friends podcast, another episode. How you feeling?
What's up, Eric? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Back in Seattle, it's overcast. I left Vegas when it was nice and sunny. The weather was getting better and better when I left. I think I brought the rain a little bit. I feel bad about that, but yeah, I mean,
It's been a week, right? So it's been a week since you left Vegas?
yep, a week of depression. Yeah.
Oh no. Why? Just
Well,
the Super Bowl hangover, the hangover of
yeah,
Vegas. What's
I was in denial for a little bit. I'm like, oh, I'm not that upset about it. It's not that big a deal. And then, I get home and I'm checking Instagram, I'm checking Reddit, and every fucking thing I see is just literally, dude, it's literally like, whoa, they missed this call here. They shouldn't have done this. They missed this hold. And it was just like my mind. I'm like, I couldn't do it. It was annoying. I had friends rehashing what we shouldn't do, what we should do. And yeah, so that sucked. That was not fun. But I'm at the acceptance stage. I finally have made it. There's like that, whatever is like denial, there's depression, whatever. I'm at acceptance. I'm at acceptance. But I already told you earlier, fucking sports are dumb. I'm over sports. They're dumb.
yeah, yeah,
That's
I
it.
agree. I agree. It was those were popping up. It was all popping up on my timeline as well. All the missed calls and missed plays and missed throws and whatever.
Dude,
So
it's
many things.
revisionist. It's so annoying. But then, I mean, fuck the Super Bowl. We also had the All-Star break, and dude, the dunk competition is stupid, terrible, and the All-Star game is stupid. I know, like there's so many people on Instagram talking about like Kobe's interview, talking about what it used to be like. The All-Star game was like intense, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. Like, I don't want to talk about it because everyone else is, but like, it
Yeah,
used to be so much cooler.
I just saw that on Instagram and like the old All-Star game with like Kobe and AI and Stephon Marbury and like they were going
Dude,
at it.
it was so much cooler. And like, dude, think about it like not only from a competitive standpoint, but back in the day when they had the away and home jerseys, but you'd wear your like you'd be Kevin Garnett would be wearing a Timberwolves jersey. Like
Yeah.
that shit was sick. But no, that's gone because they just want to make money. They gotta have a new all-star jersey every single year. I just feel like I'm sick of how much money is in sports. I'm sick of like the greed in it.
Did
It's
you watch it?
no. I think well, that was Sunday. No, I didn't do anything Sunday. I went out Saturday and just had a hungover day in bed. Just the classic. Didn't do shit Sunday and somehow just missed it. I don't know. But I kind of looked up on the app, like ESPN app, and it was like they were up by like 15 in the fourth quarter. I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. But yeah, sports are dumb. That's what I've been realizing. That's
Yeah,
it.
I watched none of it. I'm over it.
Until I get hooked again.
Over it.
Baseball season's coming. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna get hooked. But right now, at least,
Okay, wait a minute. So when you left Vegas, you were supposed to have a date.
yeah. Okay, hold on,
What? So
hold
what
on, hold on.
happened?
Before the date. Okay,
Yeah. So
so I
what
left
happened?
Vegas Monday. I took my flight. I get on the flight. I get because you were talking about would you get payway that one time? You're like,
Oh
oh,
yes,
I got to
yes.
eat it. You're like, oh, I loved it. Like okay, hold on. Paul
Did you
literally
get
talked
it?
about how his whole flight had to wait for him because his food he still needed to wait to go get his food. And so he talked to the lady at the gate and was like, don't leave without me. Then literally went and got his food and then went and got on the plane. He was the last to board and was like, it was so great though. I got to eat my food for the first like yeah, so I kind of did do that also, but it wasn't Payway. I walked right past Payway. I just got Burger King.
Oh, you went. I specifically said Payway.
Okay, but it's
The
okay. I know you said
Mongolian beef,
Payway.
Mongolian beef at Payway.
Okay, you
And you're
said
going with
Payway,
Burger King?
but
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
because I just watched the show Beef, and in the show he eats like the original chicken sandwiches, like the long ones. And like I never eat Burger King as is, but they had those there, and I'm like, damn, there was like some sort of psyops. I was like, I want one of those. So ordered one of those and some fries. And like I ate the fries while I was standing in line. They didn't have to wait for me, but I was like boarding. and I boarded with my sandwich, and I'm sitting in the middle, and I'm just like putting my sandwich in my lap,
When
like
you're at the
eating
middle
it.
seat and you're bringing it out,
I'm
yeah.
eating it. The girl next to me is like, the window is like moved over, and I'm like, that's fine. The guy to my left like looks at me, double takes, and he's like, that smells really good. We start talking, and like, I don't even know what we talk about, but like I finished the food, and then they're like almost done boarding, but there's like seats in the exit row. And he goes, "You want one of those seats?" I'm like, "Sure." And he's like, "Hey, this guy, he'll go." And I'm like, "Cool." Like this guy's hooking it up. And so I had to grab my stuff really quick though, and I grab my backpack and I go to the row, and like everything's fine. I'm in the exit row chilling. At the end of the flight, I go grab my bag from like the overhead compartment, and my slides, like I put them in like the side of my backpack.
Oh shit.
Yeah, one was gone. And so I was like, "Oh fuck." Like it's probably back in my row, but I couldn't. So I had to go like I had to get off, and I had to like stand like a stewardess. Like I'm standing pretty much saying like goodbye to everybody. And the reason I bring this up, you're talking about my date. The girl I went on multiple dates with last year, like the end of last year, literally somehow was on that flight, and she walked past me. And like I'm just standing there like just waiting for everyone to leave, like, and it was just kind of awkward. She like just walked by because you're not going to stop. You're on
Wait,
like
where'd you wait, you saw her where?
on the airplane, so like I'm at the very front, like we're like this, like when you get off and you say like thank you to like the stewardess, like they're in like near the cockpit.
Yeah.
I was standing there with the stewardess, and like everyone's like going past me off the plane, and she just one of the people, and she like made eye contact and was like, hey, like hi. And
Wait, who is this girl?
the girl, I went on like multiple dates with her last year. Like the one I was telling you about, she like, I don't know.
The,
We went on like 3 dates. We went to like the,
wait, that's the one with STI scares?
no, okay, dude. This is the bullshit you do. This is literally fucking nonsense. No, well, in fairness, there was an STI scare, but it was just a UTI. It was just a fucking UTI. Okay, so like, you're
You
not,
want yeah,
oh
you want
my,
to talk about that?
okay, so you're not wrong. You're a
All right,
dickhead.
wait, is it that girl or no?
Sure. I'm not gonna add more details because it's just gonna dig me more of a hole. But yeah, it was
No way, no way. Wait,
yeah.
what?
Yeah. So she just on my flight, like she doesn't live in Vegas, she lives in Seattle. Dude, I have crazy luck with like random
What?
this is not the first time. You
Dude,
know
you're
the other
making
one in
shit up at
Austin.
this point. This is what Austin, you said
I
something
know.
similar.
I've shared
What?
flights with multiple random
What was
girls
she
from
doing?
locations.
So she was in Vegas the
No
same
idea.
weekend, and she's
You
on the
know,
same flight back to Seattle.
yeah,
You
no
didn't hit
idea.
her up? You didn't text her while on the plane
You know
with your
me.
Burger King?
No, I didn't know she was on the so she knew I was on the flight. She had to have because I was like one of the last rows. So she probably saw me bored and I didn't see her because I was just fixated on my chicken sandwich. But yeah, no clue. And then she walked past me, and that was like,
Wait, you didn't wave or say hi?
no, we both were like, it was like the classic, just kind of like, hey, like I saw her, like she saw me, and she kept walking. You're not going to stop. Like there's like people behind her trying to get off the plane, and I'm trying to find my fucking slide. And I came back to like the row, and the stewardess are all looking, and they're like, we can't find it. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't find it either. And like, someone probably stole it. And it was just one slide. And they're like, well, weirder things have happened. So someone stole one of my slides. I threw the other one out. And that's how I started my week back in Seattle.
No way.
But yeah,
Wait, I don't. I feel like you should have hit her up. Or
I don't have her
that's in
number
the
anymore.
past.
You know me. I don't have her number.
You don't have her contact.
Nope.
You're
Well,
friends with her
because
on and
well,
you're
because
friends
of
with her
the
on
scare,
Instagram.
hold on, because of the scare,
Yeah. Okay.
we
So.
didn't talk for like a week. More or less. So we didn't see each other for like a week after like our last date.
Uh-huh.
And then, well, it was even longer before that because she went somewhere. I can't remember where she flew, but she had like a trip for a few days, and then that scare. So it was about 10 days. Then I went to like Eugene and Reading for Christmas, and I was gone for 2 weeks. So it was like we went on 3 dates. You're looking at like a 3 week period where you didn't see each other. And at that point, it's just like, it just kind of like falls off. It wasn't
Wait.
anything.
Okay. So wait. Tell me about the STI scare with her.
What do
Not with her, not with her, just in general. I heard there was multiple girls involved in the STI scare.
you, dude?
Tell me about the STI scare.
All it was, I'm not gonna add too much detail. All it was um it just burned. There was burning. And and so I was like, I hadn't experienced that before. I was like, this is not ideal. This is not regular. I knew that. And I went to the clinic, and that was not an experience that I wish on anybody. Uh, they take a swab, and I don't know if you've had this, but they put it up the urethra.
Oh no.
She literally goes, oh, like a millimeter. And I'm like, oh, yeah, no worries. Apparently, I don't know what a fucking millimeter is because, like, it felt like she went up there a goddamn half inch.
Oh
Like,
no.
yeah, it did not feel good. But that came back fine. But before
But
I knew, like, but
but during that time,
before I knew the results, she said, the doctor, so it's not me, the doctor told me, she's like, don't tell like your partner until like you get the results. So I waited a week because they didn't want to be like, okay, like what's just don't be active, but don't tell them. So I didn't tell them. I told them like other things were, I think I said I had a respiratory infection. I was like, I can't hang out. I have a respiratory infection. I'm taking antibiotics for. So it was like a white lie. It was like, it was close. And then, yeah, dude, I got the results back. I was fine. And it was just a UTI.
wait, I thought you told them during this time or
Then I
something.
told them. So at the end, like right when I got the results, because I am somewhat of a gentleman, kind of.
Wait, okay, so you did wait for the results and then you
Yeah.
text
And then I
them?
texted her, I was like, hey, like, this is actually what was going on. I didn't like, I was told to like wait, but hey, I thought I had a STI. It was actually UTI. And that's where I've been aloof. We haven't been hanging out at all. And then we didn't see each other for another 2 weeks. And so it just kind of like the holidays happened. And then,
Wait, so why bring it up if you're cleared?
because I was still like talking to her and then I felt bad. I wanted to like clear the
How
air.
did she respond to this?
I think she was fine with it. I don't have the text anymore, but she was like, okay, like she probably knew something was up. She was like, oh, okay, I thought something was going on. But yeah, I wanted to be like, hey, like, because I kind of did like her, but it was just like after 2 weeks on away, I was just like,
When how did you guys hook up after you wrote this STI scare text message?
no, I was gone. I literally like left
You don't
immediately.
think it has anything to do with the STI scare text message?
No, because I was gone for 2 weeks, and then I think she texted me when I like came back to Seattle. But I was just kind of like, I don't know. I was just in a different mindset. I was like, I'm not feeling it.
Okay.
It's the
That,
dating world, man. I
so
mean,
wait. So what happened to the date? You were supposed to have a date the next
didn't
day.
happen. Exactly. That's the whole point. It's the dating world. So
It was the
that
day
didn't
after
happen.
Valentine's Day, the reschedule. Just
Yep. And
no call. It just
no
she
call,
can't.
no show.
No call, no show, or did you like when you sent the text like, "Yo, want to hang out?"
Yeah, it's on Bumble. And so I messaged her and it was like nothing. So it happens, dude. It's what
And
it's that world. I mean, told you I have
that one's over. She's forever done.
I mean, well, she's cute, so she gets a second chance type thing, It's all relative, It depends on how cute they are, how, if I'm feeling it, if they're like witty and funny. But the
I
dating
see.
apps are weird, man, because I feel like,
You also got catfished. You sent me a picture of you getting
okay.
catfished. This yeah,
Uh,
sent me
uh,
a picture of a very pretty girl, woman,
mm-hmm.
26-year-old.
Don't cancel yourself. Yeah. You're worried about getting canceled.
Nope, not happening here.
She was very pretty, but she knew her angles. Let's say that. At least she knew her angle in her first picture.
The first picture, she looked great.
This is a thing too. Okay, so like you want the dating app world, you've seen it. The first picture can be the angle. It can be the group picture where you don't know which one's which. What else can it be? I guess like far away. I don't know. Where it's like if you're doing quick swipes, like they can get through. And then you go when you match and you look at the profile and you're like, oh, okay. This is what's happening.
Okay, wait. So what? The first photo, she looked good. She
Yeah.
looked good. So what was wrong with the second photo?
You want me to? I'm not saying it.
You're the one that sent it to me. So what?
She was,
She was she was bigger. She was a bigger lady. That's what you had issues with, Eric.
yeah, she was pretty big. I like curves, but she was too big for my taste. And it doesn't mean she's not beautiful in her own right,
You
but
just didn't like
yeah,
that the
not for me.
first photo didn't show it, or what's?
No, I mean, if it showed it, I just would have swiped right or left. I mean, it's just not for me. It's fine. Like dude, whatever, was it last time we were talking, or 2 times ago? I don't know which one. I can't keep track because you're always just trying to get at me for my preferences. I told you, like, a girl could wear like a cocktail dress and look good, but it's just not for me. And so that girl, she was very pretty, just
You
not
just
for
don't
me.
like them. You just don't like the thicker girls.
Yeah, just, I'm a skinny dude. There's only that's not my weight class.
All
It's a little
right, I think
tough.
someone would like her though. And I
Yeah.
think,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
yeah.
yeah, she's really cute. I don't think she lives here. I think she's like moving to Seattle though, which is like another one of those things. The dating apps are so weird.
Uh,
You literally have like I've said this many times. You have to like strike while the iron's hot, where it's like there's times where like I think I have like 6 likes right now that I just uninterested in going through. And there's times I'm like, oh, I'm interested, and I'll like go through again. And like I'm sure the same thing happens on their end. And so like you have to both be like interested at the same time to like actually talk. And then even further, you have to like be interested enough to like actually make a date happen. And like I feel like why it doesn't happen is because there's also just so many fucking options. Like unless you're like just crushing, like whether it's I'm crushing and she's loving it, or like she's crushing and I'm like, this is awesome, and we make it happen. Otherwise, it's like, we're there. I'm sure everyone's talking to multiple people, especially if you're like decently attractive. Like it's a disaster. It's a goddamn disaster out here.
Valentine's Day, no show, no call, no show, nothing lined up.
Nope, I just went to my beer hall and I got a heart-shaped soft pretzel, and they gave me a fun dip that was like a Valentine's fun dip, and they said
No way.
to
I love
Eric
fun dip.
from, and like the bartender I know was like, he gave it to me. He was like a little buzzed, and I'm like, you're not gonna sign it? And he's like, oh, I got you. And he like signs Queen Anne Beer Hall. He even signed his name, and I was like, God damn, man, like didn't even get the bartender to like be my Valentine, dude. And this is a fucking disaster. The bar is my Valentine. So that was a little depressing for the
Oh, down bad.
yeah, it was a little down bad, I'm not gonna lie. But did you do anything? Did you take Cat out? You said you wouldn't, but
Yeah, we went to dinner.
okay, where'd you
We
go?
went to dinner. Where'd we go? We went to P.F. Chang's random.
No, dude, what are you doing?
It's dude, the Pei Wei lettuce wraps were on my mind, and the Pei Wei Mongolian beef and the lettuce wraps. So I was like, it just was in my mind. So we went P.F. Chang's. I had to get the Mongolian beef and lettuce wraps because Pei Wei and P.F. Chang's same owners. So I don't know.
That
That
is
was
a
all that was
12
in. That was all that was in my mind was P.F. Chang's was those
that is a
lettuce wraps and
12-year
Mongolian beef.
relationship if I've ever heard one. That is a 12-year relationship, Valentine's right there.
Yeah, it was last second too, but it was late. We were like we got there like I don't know, an hour before they were closing. We were good. We were fine.
Did you notice if there was any other people there for Valentine's? Any
Oh
other?
yeah, it was popping. It was popping.
No, shut the
Yeah,
fuck up.
we even had to wait like 10 minutes.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it was popping.
Oh my
It's a
God,
nice
dude.
establishment.
No, that's sick.
But I did tell you that we played pickleball, and you already know
Yeah.
the outcome of it all. But
Yeah.
that's what happened since you've been gone is we
Oh
play
my God.
pickleball.
Pickleball. I
We
told
play for
you.
5 hours and we're just having the time of our life. It's so much fun. So much fun. I'm loving it. And I'm starting to, yeah,
You
loving it.
did say that you could be a pro. You're like, oh, I think this is my sport.
Dude, I've had now I'm having a roller coaster of emotions now because I felt like I could go pro and I was feeling so confident, but I'm playing against like Kat and her family. So I am feeling like a pro, but then I finally did step up to the big leagues and let's just say I wasn't ready. I
Wait,
wasn't
you play
ready.
again?
Yeah, I played again. I went back for more. I went back for more. It's not stopping
Dude,
me. Yeah, it's not stopping me. So yeah, so sorry. So we played the first night and we switched to
I don't
two
like
different
this.
parks and Kat and I are playing. We're playing against her cousin, and I don't even know what happens. I turn around and she like bashes her head right into like a post, a fence post, bashes her head like going for the ball. I don't even
Is
think
it
I
the
think the
one, is
rally.
it like the post on the net?
No, there's like to divide the other courts. There's a fence with a post.
Oh,
And she,
okay.
yeah, it's kind of hard. Yeah, so it's a at the end of the fence. There's a post. I don't know. The ball. It was like the ball. The rally was over, so I don't even know what happened. I turned the wrong way, but like, long story short, is she like bashes her head straight into the fence
Yeah,
post,
that's
and then
fucking
like
nuts.
drops to the ground, and we're like wondering if she's okay, and then she just like puts her hand to her head, and it's just all blood, her hand. So I'm like,
Pickleball.
yeah, so like.
Dangerous.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh shit, we have to go to the ER. Like you need like stitches or something. Like we gotta go to the ER. And her cousin and uncle or cousin and brother like didn't they weren't about it. And her we drove with her brother, so we like brought them along with. And I'm like, no, we're going to the ER because I had a different situation growing up where same it's the craziest thing. Same thing happened with my sister. We were playing ping pong as a two-person team at the rec center, Tay and I. Yeah, so we're playing two-person ping pong, and Tay bashes her head into something and she's bleeding. But like when I was younger, I was like, you're good, you're okay. Like we have a game to finish.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't tell mom. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
yeah, yeah. And then so she does tell mom, and then like while we're driving to the hospital, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, can we stop at Dairy Queen? Like, there's Dairy
This
Queen,
is, yeah, like
like
this is silly.
yeah. And so she ended up needing like stitches. So I always felt terrible after. They always like bring it up and hold it against me. So that's why like as soon as this injury happened,
You're like, yeah, yeah, we
I'm
gotta
like,
get.
we're going to the ER. Like I went through her insurance. I'm like, okay, we could go to all right. So we go to the ER. Her brother was with us and he's like doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to go. So he was like being like me in the ping pong
Wait,
years
he's
past.
that
Like
guy now. He's you now.
yeah, it all comes full circle. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. So we go to the ER, and it's so we had the best nurses, and they were like bashing on pickleball. Just
I
you would
love
have
that.
loved it. You would have
I
loved it. They're
love
like,
it.
you guys aren't even playing a real sport, and this is happening. Like just bashing,
Exactly.
just
Thank you. Thank you.
bashing on pickleball.
Fucking
And
stupid sport.
yep, and yeah, so Kat ended up needing staples, and she's got staples in her head, and we gotta go back in like 7 to 10 days and get them removed.
Yeah, the staples are gnarly. Are staples crazier than stitches?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Feels like it's fucking nuts. Like stapling.
Stitches, the stitches I think are like biodegradable or something. So like then you wouldn't have to go back.
Well, sometimes no, because the stitches I had, they had to go take them out. I've had stitches though where they dissolve.
Yeah, the dissolvable ones. That's what we wanted to get, like have some, but I guess
I
I
feel
don't
like,
know what
well,
was.
I feel like a staple you hear usually about staples in the head, I guess. Maybe it's
Yeah,
'cause, like the skin's super thin. I don't know. I
I
obviously am not
have.
a fucking doctor.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I have no idea, but I don't want to say this because it's cat. If it was you, I would. I'm still gonna say it, but it's only because I can't not now. But it serves you right for fucking playing pickleball. But it's only because if it was you, I would mean it. But it's cat, so I really don't mean that because I feel bad that she got injured. But if it was you, I'd be like, yeah, you deserve that for playing pickleball after I talked so much shit about it. Like you went, it's like you feel like I feel like you went behind my back and you played pickleball, and this is what happened.
It is crazy. It is crazy how it happened.
And you
It's
feel
so
like you
much
can
fun.
dominate it.
It's so much fun though. I'm not stopping. It's yeah. It's just the beginning.
No, oh, I mean, sure, you dominate a dumb. I can call it a sport, a hobby, pastime. I don't know.
I got brought up I got brought up to the big leagues and I thought I was ready and I like Dude, I was talking so much shit. I started to text my friends that play pickleball after my like second time, just on a
Oh.
high, and I'm just talking shit. I'm like, you don't want this? What's up? What you don't want the smoking pickleball? Like, why don't you like just talking so much shit? But so yeah, I play with some other people though. I'm playing against like unathletic people
Of course, because they play
and
pickleball.
yeah. And I don't know. I also had an unathletic person on my team, and I don't know. I got owned though. Like I wasn't ready for the big leagues. Like
It's silly that
it's
like that many unathletic people, like that's my issue. That many unathletic people can play pickleball.
it was frustrating. It was for sure it was frustrating. So I have like a whole roller coaster of emotions now because it was like frustrating to lose to like unathletic people. That kind of bothered me when I was on
Yeah.
a high of thinking like I am like a pro pickleball player. It's just a lot going on. I don't know. I don't know what to think right now.
I look at you differently like an athlete. I want to let you know that right now.
I'm on YouTube studying the pickleball film. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to
Oh,
do whatever it takes. I'm
oh
ready.
my God.
I'm ready.
Well, my
I'm
mom's
so
coming.
frustrated with golf. Like I'm just so bad at golf and just being so bad every day. Like this pickleball,
Yeah, I mean that's
it's
fair.
a nice
Golf
change.
is
It's a nice change.
golf's a rich man sport, dude. I don't know about that, dude. It's
Ugh,
tough.
it's so frustrating. That game is something else. It's so frustrating. I'm over it. I'm just fed up with just being so bad. Like I don't even think there's any hope anymore. And
Well,
I keep practicing, keep playing, and just like
yeah, I watch you do
not
flop
getting
shots in your
better.
backyard and almost break your own car window.
Yeah, I mean, ugh, it's frustrating. So the pickleball is a nice change. I feel like there's a little more hope with me in pickleball.
Well, I'll let you know. My mom comes here in like 2 weeks, and
You
I
gonna
was
play?
wouldn't we are fuck no, we are not playing. First off, I do not. I could never imagine my mom playing pickleball. Like, I don't even know what sport she could play. Bless her soul. But I was my new a new match on Bumble that I'm excited about. Uh, we were talking about she well like there's like this like prompt or whatever that's like reveal an answer or something like that. That's how she started the conversation. It was like, what's something on your profile or that's not on your profile that you think like is accurate about this person or something along those lines, right? Where it was like, what would you guess about me that isn't on my profile? And I said, I don't, you don't have much in your profile, but I assume you like espresso martinis. And she didn't really address that because we more addressed what she said. She said that I'm a mama's boy. And so then we started talking about I'm not really not, I don't think I am, but I was talking about, well, my mom will be coming and like, oh, she's already been here before. We did the Seattle like classic tourist time, did the harbor, like it's like a cruise around the harbor, uh like the Space Needle, the zoo, the aquarium, all that stuff. So you can't really repeat it. So I'm like, damn, I don't know what we're gonna do. And she brought up, she's like, you should take her on a ferry. And I'm like, that's a good idea because I've been meaning to go to Bainbridge Island, which is like a 30-minute ferry ride where pickleball was invented. So
No
maybe,
way.
so maybe I'll give you the lowdown. I'm gonna go find like the roots, the real grassroots of the pickleball world.
Oh, dude, that might change you. That might change everything for
It's
you.
not gonna, it's probably gonna make me worse. Like it's gonna make me hate it probably more. There's
I
no
just read
way.
the history of how like pickleball got invented and everything. Like it was by
It's the
like
dudes on Bainbridge Island. It's just like these like
a guy that's like he was a congressman or something.
I don't know. It was like some they had to be rich. They live on Bainbridge Island off of Seattle. And they were just like, oh, what should we play? We don't know what to do because we're bored. And like they combined like badminton with tennis with I don't know, something else. And they it was like multiple sports. And they were like, oh, uh, Pickle, I can't remember why they said pickleball. It was like the dog's name is Pickle, but some people think it's I don't know. I'm a hater. I trust me, I've read the Wikipedia. I obviously don't know it too well, but I know it enough where yeah, I'm a fucking pickleball hater. So uh I'll be going to Bainbridge maybe in 2 weeks. So I'll let you know
I
What's
think it's
going
gonna
on.
change. It's gonna change your whole mind,
I
everything.
don't think so.
You and your mom maybe play a little doubles.
Don't think so. You know what I did change my mind on? My karaoke song, dude. I think it's no longer Love Story. I think it's Bedrock. I think like
Yeah, that's your
still
number
like
one.
Love Story, but I think my number one, dude. I think because it's like both of them are somewhat unassuming, but if you looked at me and you're like, what would he sing? You'd probably be like, probably Taylor Swift. I think Bedrock is such a out of the blue, just kind of like no one thinks about it. So it's like that already is like a nice thing in karaoke and a little crowd pleaser. And I've been getting better and better at it. I've been really excelling. I'm feeling good about it.
I like it. I like it. You are
Yeah,
good at that one.
that was my Saturday night. And some girl, again, this is my issue with deleting numbers. Because she texted me later that night and I did not have her number anymore. I don't know who she was. I don't know her name, but she came up to me and she's like, uh, she goes, the red hat. And I'm like, no, I don't have it. You're like, what? I was wearing just like my other hat. And she's like, red hat. I'm like, oh yeah, I was like my Niner hat. And I'm like, yeah, I can't wear that anymore. Obviously, that thing's retired till like next season. Probably, I mean, I want to say forever, but let's be real. I'm gonna get sucked back in again. But she then goes, where are your slides? That was the second thing she said. Where are your slides? Because I always wear socks and
You're
slides.
wearing shoes.
Always, dude, to the bar. I don't give a fuck. Like that's like my look. And I was wearing shoes because my slides, one of them got stolen. So it's pretty fun. I was like kind of laughing to myself. I was
Have
like,
you got a new pair of slides?
Jordan. So I told Jordan about uh how someone stole a pair, and he ordered me a pair.
It's so nice of them.
Yeah, so nice. But in fairness, I do have this. Actually, I have it right here. I'm gonna give him this shirt as a so that's the where go sing karaoke, giving him free publicity.
I
Five
love it.
star dive bar. Lean in. Let's go. Seattle Aussies.
Nice. We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go.
Oh yeah, and I of
Tell Ozzy's you did some free advertising and we want some
course.
free drinks when I get there.
Yeah, they already kind of it's kind of messed up. I do go there often. They already kind of give me John there gives me free drinks. But
You're throwing John under the bus right now.
nah, John's Dukamai's a bartender. They know. Come on. What do you mean? I'm a regular. I get free drinks. That's a part of like we know like that's just like a thing in the bar industry.
Oh, okay. They hook up the regulars.
Yeah, you got to hook up the regulars. But she did the thing I've told you about where I told you like what's a non-sexual thing that a girl does that's very attractive? And she grabbed my hat. And like some people would be annoyed with this, like because like you grab their hat and like they have hat hair, or like I've shaved my head, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm not bald. Some people, if they're bald, like probably hate that. But she grabbed my hat and she put it on, and I was like, that's one of those things. I told you about this. I was like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a thing that like, and I guess if you're like, if they're cute, like if they're just like annoying you and they do that, that's an annoying move. It is an annoying move. But she's like somewhat cute, not totally my type, but she did it, and I was like, okay, like it was kind of cute. I was kind of into it, but it was funny because I just talked to you about that like a couple weeks ago.
That is fine. You were just talking about that. That's
But
one of those things. Should we do our top five?
yeah, let's do the top five.
What you pick? What is the Oh
Uh,
shoot.
we
Yeah,
have.
so
I think what I decided on was
top
top
five
five
US
U.S.
cities.
cities. Now, do you want me to preface, or do you want just go with? I don't know how you labeled yours.
I got top five US cities and I went with where I want to live.
Okay, I went visit because
You went
I've
visit?
well, could just because I have a different opinion on like if it's live, I want like affordability. I'm not going to live in New York, but I like visiting New York.
Well, I mean, you have unlimited money in this
I
scenario.
have unlimited money all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, just top five US cities.
All right, I respect it. We'll still top five U.S. cities. Do you want to do your list first or mine?
Um, you pick.
All right, I'll do mine. Um, all right, let's see. Damn, now I feel I'm looking at mine right now. Okay, number one, I put New York.
Wait, you're supposed to go five.
Oh, fuck.
The
Well, this is gonna be anticlimactic. All right, that's my
number
number
ones,
one.
you go New York. All right, go back. Let's go back. Rewind back. Five.
My five. You know what? I'm gonna put New York just as my like wild card then. It's not even gonna be my one anymore. It's gonna be like my wild card bubble city because like I couldn't live there. It'd be too much. I could live there maybe like a year. Probably not even, but it's amazing. But I'll put that on my bubble. So five
When you go out of the country and just ask people like the number one place they want to visit is New York. Is like it
for
comes up
sure.
often, and I've never even been, and I've never been.
Yeah, that's crazy to me that you haven't been. I mean, you definitely should. I feel like everyone should. It's just absolutely insane.
Yeah, I want to.
Um,
I want to wait till it's summer though. I'm not trying to go when it's cold.
I mean, that's fair. You were just talking about this. I'm talking about going to Chicago in April, and you're like, is it gonna be cold there? And
Dude,
I'm
I
like,
looked it up and it's gonna be 40 is the high, 30 is the low when you want to go in April.
you never know. I mean, you get
Or
roll the dice, get lucky.
when was that in March? I don't know.
End
Either
of
way, it
March,
was,
early April. Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
probably
Either way, it was cold. Either way, it was cold.
yeah, it's fine. I've been there in May. I'll go there in the different time of the year. It's fine. All right,
Going
so
for St. Patty's Day would be dope though. All right, go to New York, New York.
yeah, I'm glad I accidentally said it first because like it's too easy to say that's the top. That is the top city. Like that's it's just above and beyond, in my opinion, obvious. You've never been there, so I feel like you definitely need to go, but it's like there's no other city like New York. It is the city of cities. Like it's that's it. It's like you has everything, all the sports teams, all that's Broadway, all the buildings, all the sights, the food. Yeah. New York is like nothing else. So I'm
So
glad
let's hear your.
I
Okay, so
accidentally
yeah.
yeah, well, I'm glad I accidentally said that first because then it's now it's on my bubble or my like whatever you want to call it. It's not in my real ranking. Um, damn, but like my five now, I'm kind of rattled. Can I do like a tie? Can I do a tie?
Sure, yeah, you can do whatever you want. Top five.
Okay.
Let's hear it. So let's start with
Okay.
five.
Okay. My tie for five is Austin, Texas, and New Orleans. Yeah, that's
Okay.
five. Both like party times. Like I've only been to New Orleans once. I want to go back for like Jazz Fest or like actual tasting the food and going and doing like what is it, the fan boats on like the bayou and shit like that, where it's like actual kind of fun. When I went, it was just like 6 a.m. out on Bourbon Street, wake up at 12 or 1, kind of slowly get your day going and do it again. And it was very fun. New Orleans was very fun.
Did you go
But
for Mardi Gras?
no, I just went like when I was like on a road trip, it was towards well, like I guess like 2/3 through. But it was like it was like November, but it was just a Friday, Saturday, and it was fucking crazy. It was wild. Get some grenades, some frozen daiquiris. Uh I didn't ride the mechanical bull. That's one of my rules of life. Guys don't ride mechanical bulls. So that's just a thing. No, no one wants to see a guy on one. The guy operating it is going to try to buck your ass off as quick as he can.
Yeah.
It's just you're going to look stupid.
Every time with the guy, they do that. They get him
Yeah,
off fast as possible. They try to
exactly.
bend it for him.
Unless you're a baller, like you have crazy confidence and you can like execute, then there's like that slight chance that you should do it. Otherwise, don't do it. Not worth it. But yeah,
I
there
am kind of interested. I've never tried it, and I do
you do
want to
strike
try
me
it.
as the guy that would do that.
I want to try it. It looks like a fun time.
Well, speaking of Austin, I mean, Austin has them too. There's a bar I went to that on Sixth that has a mechanical bull as well. We didn't go to it when we were in Austin together, but
Next bet. When I really want to win something, I know I'm gonna win. That should be the bet.
that's the one.
Loser has to ride a mechanical bull at a full bar.
Oh, that's
At a
pretty
full
good.
bar. That's a good one.
It is pretty good. Okay. because I really don't want to. I think it's a bad look. I think it's a bad look as a guy. But that's my tie.
Would you rather play pickleball or ride a mechanical bull?
Ride a mechanical bull just because, wait, I don't know, because that's my rule. That's a good question because it's like I know I could excel at pickleball. I know, like it's a joke. It's a joke of a hobby. Uh, and I don't think I'd be
But
good at
then you would have to tell all your friends that you're playing pickleball.
exactly. And I've talked so much shit on it, but then I would be I don't
But then
think
I
I'd
could
be good with the
also be
mechanical bull. I don't think I'd be good, but there's like that slight bullshit in my brain that's like, what if you lasted like 20 seconds? That'd be sick. Yeah, I know I want it, but like, yeah, fuck, I don't know. That's a tough one, but that's why it's a tie. Austin and New Orleans is like two party cities, good
they feel
places to
similar
visit.
kind of to you, would you say? Like
Yeah,
Fifth
the
Street and Bourbon, is that what's like the similarity?
Sixth and Bourbon, the way I described it was New Orleans is like Disneyland of drinking. It's, you get again they're just long like drinks like the grenades or the frozen daiquiris. They have their fun drinks that you go get like Disneyland. You're getting like these, you're getting the big pretzel, you're getting the churro. Like that's how it feels, but it's just for partying and drinking. And then Austin, it felt like it was like they drink, it's like their job. Like that's what they do. And they drink a lot. Like there was a day I was hungover and I was talking to the bartender who wasn't from there. I can't remember where she was from. She was just like, yeah, like double digits every night, standard for everybody who goes there. I'm just like, yeah, you guys are
Is
sick.
this in Austin?
Yeah, like they're sickos there. But it's a fun time. So Austin and New Orleans are like kind of like the party. And I guess I'll go, I guess that same kind of category. My number four is Nashville. So not quite like you can party, obviously Nashville, and like the Broadway is the main street there, and they got all the honky tonks and uh the rooftop bars. That's what's cool. There's a ton of rooftop bars. It's usually good weather, and you can just walk into any bar, and there's just some great person. Yeah, it depends on how much you've been drinking, how good they are, I guess. But
There's live music.
exactly. Like there's always live music, and so that's really cool. And then there's other areas too, like Georgetown is kind of cool. It's more low key. Um, I can't remember what the area is called, but there's like it's near the college there where it's another like more low key. I think it's more local bar scene because Broadway is like Sixth and Bourbon. It's going to be a lot of the tourists, but if you're visiting, Nashville sick, and the Nashville hot chicken sandwich, absolutely fire. Bomb.
Which one has wait, so what has better food? Is this Nashville,
Oh,
Austin, or
well, New
New
Orleans,
Orleans?
I was a disaster. I ate like a tourist trap place, and then there was a Popeyes next to my hostel, and I was hungover. Like I said, I woke up at like 12. My hostel had a bar.
I fuck with Popeyes.
Bro, if you fuck with Popeyes, the Popeyes in New Orleans is better than any other Popeyes. Like literally.
That's where it's originated from?
Yeah. And like the mac and cheese is better. It's a completely different recipe. It was so good. And I was
Do you
like,
fuck with coleslaw?
uh, like roll the dice, maybe. Like I don't like hate
Popeyes.
it.
Popeyes has the best coleslaw.
Oh,
Best
dude.
coleslaw.
Mac and cheese. What do you I mean? The mac and
I
cheese.
get the coleslaw is the best. They have the best
You go
coleslaw
mac and cheese over coleslaw, or is coleslaw over mac and cheese?
at Popeyes, but I do love mac and cheese. So I mean I go coleslaw though.
That's crazy. I don't think anyone's gonna agree with that one. I don't know.
It's Popeyes. They have really good coleslaw.
I don't know if people agree with that either.
Well, I'm
That's
mac
wild.
and cheese is the superior side order. Like I'm not gonna argue with that,
Yeah,
obviously,
that's fair.
but
Okay.
Popeyes is really good at the coleslaw. Better than KFC, better than most.
All right.
Better
I'll
than
take your word for it. I'm not much of a coleslaw guy. I was a the biscuit, the mac and cheese. Maybe did coleslaw
what do
come?
you get? What do you get at Popeyes?
I usually get it's like the spicy chicken sandwich. but like get like
Oh
mac and
yeah.
cheese.
You
And
do, and you get it with the, and you get a side of mac and cheese.
yeah,
Okay, see, I get the chicken sandwich, the spicy chicken sandwich, and I get a side coleslaw.
that's crazy. You pick coleslaw. All right, well, to each their own, I guess, as they say. But New Orleans, that's pretty much all I ate. But like, it's funny. I'm not totally mad at it because again, and I've brought this up to people who are from there, and they're like, yeah, 100%, it's way better there.
It's the original.
So I feel justified about saying that. But I do want to go back to New Orleans and have like a good, like more food centric, food and culture centric experience there. Austin, no, oh, I guess the barbecue there, the brisket was fucking crazy at Terry Black's.
I
Um,
like that one. That barbecue place we went to was delicious.
oh, we went to Gus's Fried Chicken, and
Gus's fried chicken. That was
that chicken,
good.
that's the best fried chicken I ever had. Yeah.
That was fire. That was
So
really
that
good.
so you, Austin has had the best fried chicken and the best brisket I've ever had. So like great food there. I like Austin. Nashville, the hot they're known for like their biscuits also. Like I think I got a fried chicken biscuit breakfast. It all sounds crazy heavy. My cholesterol, I swear somehow it's totally fine according to my doctors. I don't but Charleston
You're
had
you're able to eat paper. You're able to eat paper, and you're still good to go. I
dude,
don't even get how you
iron
do
gut,
that.
man. I've been practicing for years. So Nashville is
So
my
wait, all right. So
four, and then number three is Charleston, South Carolina. Uh,
South Carolina?
yeah, on the coast. Yeah, Charleston.
Is there a beach there?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have seen pictures South Carolina that look cool,
It's
but
super
if it's
charming.
any is it's nothing like North Carolina?
Uh, I mean,
Not a fan. Not for me.
where'd you go? Yeah, because you went to like Raleigh, didn't you, or something like that?
Yeah, I was in the triangle of all those colleges.
Yeah,
Not for me. I was not a fan of it at all.
I don't know. I don't know about, yeah, I think Charleston, a lot of people would say it's very different than Raleigh, North Carolina. Even like Asheville, North Carolina, or Charlotte are different than Raleigh. I don't know.
But maybe the South Carolina is better, but if it's anything like North Carolina, not for me.
When I was there, the people is probably the nicest people I've come across. Like shots manifesting themselves in front of me. People would just, I'd be sitting at the bar, they'd just be giving me shots. Um, Good food also in Charleston, the beach, and like, yeah, the
How about
aesthetic.
is it Virgin Head or like
Virginia.
Virgin Head? No, South Carolina, like something Head, Turtle Head,
Uh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Turtle Head. No, that's I'm making something up. It's just Charleston. I know
Yeah, I have
nothing
no idea.
about.
But I had some shrimp and grits there that were crazy, crazy, crazy good. Yeah, Charleston. I
What did
also,
you do out there? Did you hit up the bar scene out there? Did you like it out there?
yeah, yeah. I literally went to a karaoke bar called oh, this is messed up that I don't remember it. Like Tokyo, the Tokyo Bar or something like that. They have karaoke. There's a sign that said 365 days a year karaoke. Like I was walking just aimlessly around downtownish area, and it's like down this alleyway that is lit up like blue with blue lights, and at the very end, there's just a guy sitting there checking IDs at this dim lit door. I'm like, that looks sick. I need to go in there. And went in. Wish I remember the name, but yeah, that was a fun bar. And then yeah, they had good food, good people. Bill Murray apparently has a bar there that I went to. I can't remember the name of it. I don't know. I just kept going where the people told me to go because the people were so nice.
Hmm. All right.
Charles,
Well, yeah, I can't hit on without going.
yeah, and then Portland, Maine, uh, is number two.
That's your number two is Portland.
That it.
Wait, not Portland, Oregon.
So real quick, it's called the Bangkok Lounge. Bangkok Lounge in Charleston. For all the listeners out there going to Charleston, go to the Bangkok Lounge. Good time
What
karaoke.
was going on in the Bangkok Lounge?
There was a after a wedding party came the night I was there. So yeah, it was cool. Number two, Portland, Oregon. Or sorry, not Oregon, Portland, Maine.
I didn't even know there was another Portland.
It's the better Portland.
Huh.
Yeah.
What brought you there?
I've just heard good things, and I did like a East Coast little tour. I flew into DC, went up to Baltimore, Philly, New York, Boston, and Portland, Maine, and then we met in Chicago on my way back to Seattle.
Portland, Maine's your number two?
Number two, where I
What?
would lobster rolls, delicious food.
You want to live in these you want to live in these places? You would be
Oh,
totally good living in Portland, Maine?
I don't want to live in New Orleans. Austin is a questionable. Nashville's questionable. I would live in Charleston and I would live in Portland, Maine.
Hmm.
Portland,
Huh.
Maine is dope. Yeah,
I've never even heard you talk about Maine before.
yeah, well, I guess you're gonna, we'll talk more about it. This is when I was going on my road trip and I was saying places I was going to, and you're like, why would you go there? There's a lot of cool places out there, man.
You were
Portland,
putting
Maine, a
you were
ton of
putting
breweries, good
North
beer.
Dakota, South Dakota, Kansas,
I didn't go to
like
North Dakota. I would
randomest,
never
like
go to I would
Kansas
never go to North
City,
Dakota.
Missouri, like
I
St. You
didn't
were
go to
putting some like
Missouri. I would never go to
random ass
Missouri.
like places. I'm like, why would you go there?
I
What
didn't,
is it?
well, I would go to Missouri. I'd go to Kansas City. They have good barbecue apparently, but I'd only go when they're like one of their sports teams is playing because,
All right,
well,
so what went down in Portland, Maine?
just good food, lobster rolls, good beer, a lot of breweries. It's just a dope vibe. I took a ferry to one of like the islands that are close by and explored that island. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. I could see myself living there, just be a
The
little.
lobster. I could get used to the lobster.
It was bomb. It was very, very bomb. Best lobster I've had. And then number one, even though again, New York was kind of we did a little weirdness. New York
So
still, I think, is.
so New York's not your number one
I
anymore?
just still think New York is like just its own thing. You can't even put it on a list. It's its own thing.
Okay,
Chicago is my number one.
I like it.
I see the smirk. I feel like you probably have something similar on your list, but yeah, Shy City. I mean, I love the Bulls. I love going to United Center, River North, hanging out near the water. Uh, if anyone hasn't been to Chicago and hears about what's said in the news about it, they have probably a different idea. But I think Chicago's beautiful, like the River Walk. Uh,
It's a good walk. Like it's a very walkable
oh,
city.
100%. It's
Like
dope. Wrigley,
renting the
yeah,
bikes around going around the Lake Michigan.
exactly. Ride
It's
along the lake, like
so
it's
much
awesome.
good food everywhere. Everything about it,
Everything, yeah, and it's. I think it's clean. I
except
mean,
for the
again,
weather. Except for the weather.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. That's where again, I couldn't live in Chicago.
For like a
At least,
like I love the summertime shy. Like
yeah.
let's can we
Summertime shy.
reschedule your trip for summertime?
I mean, I could go back, but
You're
yeah,
not even going for St. Patty's Day either.
yeah, because I had this plan. I want to go to Miami, New York, then Chicago. But yeah, Chicago's number one. All right.